Hi again, Amanda here. Okay, so I'm back to do the first box. That way I don't just leave you guys hanging with nothing to reference. So I'm just going to do the first one. Okay, so this is a distress tolerance, crisis survival strategies, and we're using distraction techniques. So a useful way to do this is to follow these techniques using the acronym. So A, activities: engage in exercise or hobbies, do cleaning, go to events, call or visit a friend, play computer games, go walking, work, play sports, go out to a meal, have decaf coffee or tea, go fishing, chop wood, do gardening, play pinball. Now these are just examples of things that you could do. I would just suggest just making your own list of things that you like to do, whether it's solitary or not, to help you when you're starting to, say you're having an emotional moment and it feels like it's too much to try to do something like this to help with that. I find walking is really, really good for that. So the next one is C, contributing. Contribute to someone, do volunteer work, give something to someone else, make something nice for someone else, do a surprising, thoughtful thing. So the concept behind contributing is that you're giving to someone else, so you're not focusing solely on yourself, which kind of takes you out of those feelings and that mindset. And by doing helpful things for other people, for some but not all, it feels good for people. So it counteracts that those negative feelings. The next one is also C, comparisons. Compare yourself to people coping the same way as you or less well than you. Compare yourself to those less fortunate than you. Watch soap operas. Read about disasters. Others suffering. So, I don't know, that one I kind of have a hard time with, because I don't look at other people and go, that one has it worse, that one has it better, because honestly, I don't know their personal circumstances, I don't know how they feel, and I don't know what they're thinking. So I don't think that people are less than me, and I don't think people are more than me, or have it worse than me, or have it better than me. I don't really think that way. I just think we all have been dealt whatever hand we have in this life. Because just because you might have a lot of money and can get more things doesn't mean that you're happy. So I don't particularly like that one, but to each their own. Okay, E is opposite emotions. So read emotional books or stories, old letters, go to emotional movies, listen to emotional music. Be sure the event creates different emotions. Ideas: scary movies, joke books, comedies, funny records, religious music, marching songs. As an example, I Am Woman by Helen Reedy, I'm not sure. Going to a store and reading funny greeting cards. So for me, if I'm feeling really sad, or like I'm starting to feel my low self-esteem arise from whatever, then I try to watch comedies such as The Golden Girls. Doesn't matter how many times I watch them, I find them hilarious. Let's see, That 70s Show is a good one. I like watching Dana Carvey, George Carlin, and just anything that kind of takes me to the opposite side of things, emotional. So that's what I do with that. That might not work for everybody, but that's just an example of what I do. And we're up to P. Okay, so pushing away. Push the situation away by leaving it for a while. Leave the situation mentally. Build an imaginary wall between yourself and the situation. Excuse me. Or push the situation away by blocking it in your mind. Censor ruminating. Refuse to think about the painful aspects of the situation. Put the pain on a shelf, box it up, and put it away for a while. But this isn't to be confused with like suppressing it and not dealing with it. What it means is, okay, so say it's time for bed, it's late at night, and you realize that your rent was due today, and you forgot. Well, at 11 o'clock at night, is it really going to help you to sit there and ruminate about, oh, I didn't pay the rent, it's due today, there's nothing you can do at that time, so worrying about it is only going to create anxiety and stress. So what's recommended in the video that they showed at Partial with Marsha Linehan, now this is all her stuff, and she has videos that explain all this. So, oh, I see my son. Wanna come say hi?
Hey.
Say hello.
Hello.
Look how big he's gotten. If you look at one of the videos I did way back, it was a Christmas one, and he was like, I don't know, 5 in it, and now he's 9, and if you go and watch it, you can see total difference in how much he's grown. Anyway, so it has it, she explains it in her videos, that like you make a list of really important things that you can have that. You just, start with this and get a plate and put those on, and then come back and I'll put...
I know you warm up when you're done.
Okay, I can do it when I'm done.
Make it quick, though.
I'll go as fast as I can. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, so, make a list of the things that are on your mind, so like paying the rent, watering the flowers, whatever it is. And then ask yourself, is there anything that you can do about this particular one right now, such as paying the rent, okay? It's 11 o'clock at night. You really can't do anything about that. So instead of worrying about it and not getting any sleep and being stressed out, just say, I'll worry about it in the morning, and I'll pay it in the morning. And right then and there, you release that anxiety about not paying the rent. Because even if you pay your rent the day after it's due, they're still going to accept it. So there is a grace period. But anyway, that kind of thing, like put in perspective what is truly something that you can deal with in the moment and what is not, and try to just put it away until it has to be dealt with, which would be the next day to pay the rent. It's like sticking out. Anyway, so that's what that means. Okay. T, thoughts. So some examples: count to 10, count colors in a painting or tree, windows, anything. Work puzzles, watch TV, read. So when you're having those negative thoughts, it's just finding another way, like especially if you start reading. You read any kind of book that has to do with somebody else. You get taken into that world of whatever it is that you're reading, and for a while you just kind of forget about what you're thinking. It might not seem so bad after a while, that kind of thing. And remember, these are distraction techniques They are not avoidance techniques, just so you know the difference. Avoiding would be you just never deal with it. This is trying to help you with those intense emotions and those intense thoughts, and sometimes them at the same time. Okay, so the last one is sensations. So some examples: hold ice in hand, squeeze a rubber ball very hard, stand under a very hard and hot shower, listen to very loud music, put rubber band on wrist, pull out, and let go. What these are supposed to do is right there in the moment. It's like if you hold an ice cube in your hand, okay? Whatever you're thinking or feeling at that moment, this hair just is like annoying me. Whatever, okay. So, right in that moment, whatever you're thinking about or feeling now gets pushed to the wayside because you have a cold ice cube in your hand and it's cold. And eventually it'll start to hurt because it's so cold. So you automatically are taking your thoughts and putting it on this. And that's a sensation. That's you feeling. And I know a lot of people, especially with eating disorders, have been told snap a rubber band. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, snapping a rubber band isn't gonna, stop you from not eating. But that's not what it's meant for. It's just meant like you snap it. And then you become aware of your thoughts and think, that's what it's for, to bring you back to the moment, not to make it so you don't not eat or whatever it is. I know a lot of people don't particularly like that one, and that's fine. I'm not judging. I'm just saying what it's really meant for is to just bring you back to the moment. Like standing under a very hot shower. Who doesn't like a hot shower? You know what I mean? Especially if you don't feel well, it can just feel really nice to take a shower. So these are just examples, all of this. So just find what works for you. Make a list of different things that might help you as distraction techniques, and I will put the lists in the description bar so you can actually see it. I'll do it in the other video too, so you guys have a reference point. Alright, well, I hope this is helpful for you guys. I'm going to go and I'm going to make one more video. It's going to be an update video, really. So, hope you all are doing well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.